Hello, David Akubi and Bearwoods Photography. In a very short time, I will be in Iceland, thus the nice little warm cap, doing a workshop. And I had some requests from some of my participants to send a video out as to how I am packing for this trip with my camera gear. I was going to do it as unlisted, but I get enough questions from other people that I decided to go ahead and do a public video that everybody can see as to how I pack for a trip like this. Again, a winter trip to Iceland. So, my primary tripod is going to be the Sirui W2204. It's a 4-leg section, and it has a center column, but I took the center column out and I've got it so I can go ground level without having to fumble with the center column or anything else. Waterproof, so perfect for Iceland. I can stand in the water, I can do whatever I need to do. My ball head is going to be the Acratech GXP ball head. Perfect to do panoramics. It's not going to freeze up. I'm not worried about that. Good, lightweight, traveling abroad, that helps. So the Acratech GXP ball head, the Sirui W2204 tripod. Now I will have a second tripod with me to do some time lapse, some video, and some other stuff. I didn't want to take another big one, so I'm taking the Sirui T025SK. Very compact, small tripod, lightweight. It actually will clip onto the side of the bag. Just perfect for some of the stuff that I'm looking at doing over there. It's just a good secondary tripod, and I can hang something from it as well to give it some weight if there is some wind. Same thing with the W2204. So just to sum it up before we move on, the T025SK tripod, travel tripod from Sirui, and Sirui's W2204 with the Acratech GXP ball head. Those are my tripods. Let's take a look at the bag and what's in the bag. So for the backpack, I am taking the Shimoda Explore 40-liter backpack, and I'm going to have the large ICU on the inside of it. And let's show you everything we've got in here. There's actually some stuff that's not in here. One thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking the DJI Osmo Action to do some just constant video, B-rolls, everything else of the group and just the time that I'm out there. And I want to put something together to share with the group for souvenirs and for them to send to their family and friends and everything else so they can get an idea. In addition to the Osmo Action, I'll also be taking the Osmo Pocket. It's a little gimbal handheld video camera. I use it every once in a while. I'll have one of the Rode microphones with the wind muff on it. Wind muffs are very important over there, so I'll have that as well. I'll also have the Wireless Go from Rode. As for just, this is the video stuff I'm doing, and I'm also going to be using one of the Sony bodies, the A7 III for video as well, and we'll talk about that in a second. So let's take a look at camera gear now. For the camera gear, I'm taking two camera bodies. I'm taking the A7 R3, and I'm taking the A7 III. So I'll have both of these cameras. This one will be for time-lapse primarily. It will be for a backup, and it'll also be for doing video work. My primary landscape camera is going to be the A7 R3. Now for lenses, all of my lenses are going to be Tamrons, of course. I'm going to have the 17 to 28 Tamron lens. I'm going to have the 28 to 75 Tamron lens. Both are f2.8s all the way through. Very, very sharp, very lightweight. So those are my two primary landscape lenses. But I'm also going to take with me the two new primes that I've picked up, the 20mm and the 24mm. There are going to be times that you know, when I want to do some hopefully some aurora photography or in the caves or anything that I'm doing a time lapse, I'm probably going to be using one of these primes on the A7 III. And that would just give me a consistency on very, very wide angle lenses. That way I don't have to worry about the 28 to 75 not being wide enough. I've got these two primes and I'll have two bodies. So that was the main reason for that. The other lens that I'm going to take is I was hoping that the Tamron 70 to 180 or 70 to 180 would be released by the time we were going over, but as of now, just the 28 to 75 is there. So I had to have something to get a little bit longer if I wanted to do some landscape work where I'm picking up a little bit. So I decided to take the Canon mount 35 to 150, and I will use that with the Metabones adapter. It's still going to be very, very good, very sharp images, everything. I'm not going to be losing anything. I'll lose 30 millimeters on the end, but with the 42 megapixel camera, I'm not worried about it because I'll be able to crop. So that's what I've got with the cameras. Again, let me just review that real quick. A7R3 from Sony, A7 III from Sony. My Tamron lenses will be a 20 millimeter f2.8, a 24 millimeter f2.8, the 17 to 28 f2.8, and the 28 to 75 f2.8. Then I will have the Canon mount 35 to 150 f2.8 f4 with the Metabones adapter. So that's it for the cameras. Let's talk about some of the accessories I'll have with me. As for accessories, I'm a little anal about some stuff, and part of that is making sure that I've got enough batteries, I've got enough memory cards. I'm very redundant on a lot of that stuff. So I am taking with me 4 spare batteries. I've got these nice little pouches that 4 batteries go into. I'll have those with me and I'll charge them every night, which I am taking adapters for the chargers to work with the European system, the 2 prongs. I've got a cord that I can just plug right into the charger and not have to worry about an adapter for the wall, but I do have a wall adapter in case I need to charge a bunch of batteries. I've got all that ready to go as well. Now, one of the things that I do that people give me a hard time about, but I believe it's just a safe thing to do, I take enough memory cards to swap memory cards every single day and not have to worry about, writing over them or anything else. So what I've done is I've also got SSD drives that I'm going to back up images to every day, but I also have the SDXCs and the SDXC2s because the cameras have 2 slots. The SDXC2 goes into the primary number 1. This the regular SDXC goes into the second one, and I'm going to be backing them up as I take the image. It will write them at the same time to the backup card. Now, they're 128 gigs. I've got 64 gigs for the other Sony, so I differentiate between the 2 cameras, and I've got plenty, one for every day for every camera. I just don't want to get over there. You spend a lot of money when you go on a trip like this. And the last thing I want to do is not spend $20 or $30 on a memory card and then find that the memory card fails or something happened that didn't back up properly. So that's why I go ahead and I'm very, very redundant on backing up over and over and over. For camera releases, I will be carrying the wireless commands, the little remote modules. And I've got one for each of the cameras because otherwise you'd have to hook them up to it each time. So how do I know which one goes to which camera? I have a label maker, and I use that label maker and I stick them on there, and I just simply keep these in my bag when I'm shooting. It gives me the ability to focus, it gives me the ability to release the camera, everything. That is really it. I'm going to be taking a lot of lens cloths. Oh, I do have something else, forgot about that. Hang on. I didn't bring all of them out here with me, but I will be taking the H&K filter system. I've got the filter holder. I've got a regular circular polarizer. I've got the 5-stop circular polarizer. I'm going to have with me a 2-stop hard edge graduated, and I'm going to have a reverse 3-stop graduated. I'll also carry with me magnetic filters for the front that are a 2-stop and a 3-stop as well, and I can use in conjunction with any of them. If I don't need the 5 stops, I've got a 2 and a 3. I felt 4 was close enough, so I really didn't need to bring it. So I've got those as well, and I've also got a regular 10-stop that drops into the filter holder as well. I've got 77 millimeter and 67 millimeter filter adapters, the adapter rings for the holder itself, because the only 2 lens sizes I'm carrying require either 67 or they require a 77. So I've got that covered. I think that is it in the bag. I will carry a lot of clothes layered in. You know, that's the key over there, is to layer. I'll have a couple pairs of boots. I'll have a pair of the Neos water socks. I'll have a pair of really nice crampons to walk on the ice, because that's, you know, always dangerous. You know, I'm ready. I've been once before, so I sort of have an idea of what the weather can be like. I've got several layers to go. Everything's good. You know, the equipment, I'm feeling really confident on my choice of gear that I've got packed up. So I think I'm ready. So the next video you'll see from me will probably be from my little waterfall trip that I took the other day up to North Georgia. But after that, hopefully, will be some stuff from Iceland. So bear with me. I'm looking forward to it. Thank you for watching this. If you like the content of the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber to my YouTube channel, please go ahead and subscribe. You can click the little bell down here in the corner and get notifications whenever I post a new video. If you have any questions, comments, something you'd like to see in a future video, by all means, let me know, and I'll take care of that for you if I can, if it's reasonable. And we are ready. So thank you again, and we'll see you from Iceland.